Last night, we told you about an extreme sports center in Queens that appears to let kids run a realistic combat course with some very realistic guns. And if that isn't alarming enough, listen to this. While we were there, a group of local students showed up on a class trip. News 4's Jonathan Vigliotti has the fallout.
At 12:30 on a Tuesday afternoon, a school day in New York City, students from the Bronx High School of Visual Arts were miles away from their classroom. They were on a school trip to indoor extreme sports in Long Island City to do this. It's called iCombat, advertised in this commercial as a high-tech assault rifle game so advanced that the military uses it to train against terrorists. While lasers replace bullets, compressed air makes the gun recoil, electronic vests indicate which shots were quote-unquote kill shots. The game is concerning to the law enforcement community.
You're giving them the opportunity to buy time, to go to a facility, set it up the way they would like to, and then practice, an assault.
The company that makes iCombat, Universal Electronics, says the game, quote, does not and will not teach the public or kids about police tactics. It calls it harmless fun, a new version of laser tag that gets kids who play video games off the couch. But in the middle of a school day, News 4 was at the facility trying to interview the owner about the game when this pack of 15-year-olds walked in with their teacher. Naturally, I had questions, but the teacher wouldn't answer them. The school principal, G. Jones, wasn't available by phone.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. When I went to the school, I was asked to leave the public sidewalk.
But I don't need you talking to my kids. Okay.
While school officials refused to comment, the city's Department of Education investigated the trip after we began asking questions. Officials told News 4 the students were part of a school club, and school chancellor Dennis Walcott said the trip was inexcusable.
The principal called me, and the principal apologized and said it will not happen again. And a mistake was made, and so I accepted the principal's apology.
Outside the Bronx High School of Visual Arts, parents were alarmed to hear about the trip.
If they enjoyed doing that even as a game, they might end up buying one, and it'll be for real, and then God knows what could happen.
I believe that they're too young to get that into their heads, that it's okay to do that.
The DOE's message is now loud and clear. This is not okay. As for school's chancellor Dennis Walcott, he told parents that guns would never again be part of the so-called curriculum.
As far as my stance, it should not have happened, and that's not going to be acceptable for our school system.
Jonathan Vigliotti, News 4, New York.
If you have something you think the